Arena Breakout Infinite is finally entering early access, and I have all the details there with that. We'll go over the FAQ stuff as well as some pre-download. I'm also potentially going to be doing some giveaways, as well as some additional things there with that, and as well as some developer updates. We got a ton to talk about. What's up, world? It's Utopia back in with another video. Today we're checking out all things Arena Breakout Infinite. So first up, what's going on with the game? When are we going to be getting launch, as well as the release date? Where are we going to be able to access all these different things? So they've been pretty clear about this. We are going to be getting early access that's coming on August 13th. However, we do have some additional details there. The early access servers will officially start at 2 a.m. UTC. That is again on August 13th. However, there is some stipulations there because this is UTC, and if you do live in the NA region, this will actually start the previous day, August 12th. So currently that will be 9 p.m. CST, 10 p.m. EST, and 7 p.m. PST. So this is actually launching on August 12th for NA players, and even some additional information around the pre-download. Again, the pre-download will be available on the official website at 2 a.m. UTC. That's at August 12th, so those same times here will actually be tonight. So depending on when you're watching this video, this is actually going to be August 11th, which is today as of recording this video. And that's again 9 p.m. CST, 10 p.m. EST, and 7 p.m. PST. So this is happening very soon when you'll be able to pre-download. Now there is some questions there. Can you pre-download through Steam? Is there anything there with that? When is the Steam release? As of right now, early access, which starts on August 13th or 12th, depending on NA or where you're located, that will only be available through the website launcher, or essentially downloading the game through the website specifically. In response here to this, someone asking about when it will be available through Steam, the social media team did respond here saying it will be available on Steam soon enough, and that launching early access on their website just helps their team with efficiency and focus on optimization and development. And on their website, they actually do mention that the 1.0 and the Steam launch will be detailed at Gamescom 2024. So essentially, this isn't like an early access or a 3-day early access or anything like that. This is actually like an early access game where they're launching it a bit early, and then at a later date, the 1.0 version will be discussed. I'll make sure to keep you guys updated on all that stuff there. Also, for all the time conversion stuff, I'm going to link to you guys down below what 2 a.m. UTC does convert into your local time. At least it overall should. You might have to plug in your stuff there, but it should work. They also do make a note here, if you have participated in the closed beta test or even the technical test, you'll need to change your current game branch in the launcher settings before starting the game, since the version information differs there. You can access that by clicking on the game settings below the launch game button, and then select the branch option and switch it to default. They also had another big question here. Will early access have limited access or data wipes? Currently, as they mentioned here, early access version is open with no limits and no data wipe. All players can participate after registering an account on the official website. Again, this game is free to play. I will have some codes potentially to give away. I think those will mostly pertain to priority access, especially if the servers are kind of slammed. I'm not exactly sure what I'll be receiving or when I'll be receiving that. I do know I meet all the criteria, but we'll have to see on that stuff there. Now, they did also drop the minimum requirements and the recommended requirements. For the minimum side of things, you'll need an i5 7500, or for AMD, you'll need a Ryzen 5 1400. These are fairly low and actually very universal. Seems like the minimum specs there are definitely really decent. For the GPU side of things, you'll need a GTX 960, a 560 for AMD, or Intel Arc A380. With at least 4 GB of VRAM. Really glad they included the Intel Arc section here. And then for storage, they mentioned you'll only need 60 GB, and this is also using DirectX 12. For the recommended side of things, you'll need an i7 10700KF or an AMD Ryzen 7 3700X. For GPUs, they recommend an RTX 2080, an RX 6800 XT, or an Arc A750 with 6 GB of VRAM. And they do up the RAM requirement here being 32 GB, and as well as the storage requirement being 100 GB. I assume that has to do with textures and people wanting to play at either 1440p or 4K. They also do mention here on their Twitter that they've significantly lowered the minimum requirements here. And yeah, the minimum requirements are some of the lowest I've seen with a lot of these recent AAA titles. So definitely decent there. A lot of people will be able to play this. It's going to be open to a lot of players. It also runs on mobile, so there's even a mobile version of the game. So definitely very optimized, at least in that category. They also went on here to discuss some of the free rewards that are available during EA or early access. So first up here, pre-registration rewards on the website. For players that have pre-registered before the official launch will receive some corresponding rewards. Now they do mention here the reservation rewards will be distributed within 7 working days after the game goes live, which I do believe puts us around August 22nd if we do exclude the weekends. Next up here, they will have an official website drawing for event rewards. Players who successfully receive rewards through that system event module will get those obviously corresponding rewards. 3 here is players who participated in the closed beta test or regional technical test will also receive exclusive titles upon launch. And the redemption page for these rewards will be available on the official website after launch on August 13th. And eligible players can redeem rewards after character creation. So make sure if you're trying to get those rewards first, you have to actually create your character in-game before you can receive those. Now we do have some additional server information and what servers are available at launch. So they do answer this question here where they set up dedicated servers in Asia, North America, South America, Europe, Australia, and other regions. They said here that they'll adjust servers based on user feedback for each region after launch to ensure a smoother experience for players. A lot of other games that I've covered, there's been a lot of stuff there on what servers are available, and so these are the ones that are going to be there at launch. They also went over here how they're going to handle stuff with cheating and the anti-cheat in general. They've enhanced this compared to the beta testing period. They're going to launch a dynamic engine encryption that will prevent game memory data from being maliciously read and used by those. They're going to also add hardware ID bans to enhance penalties for malicious users. In terms of griefing, they'll cover through reputation point system punishments, and they'll continue to improve the security protection. Now, I did discuss the mobile version, and why do I say version? Because it is an entirely separate product as they address here. These are designed and polished for different experiences. They're committed to leveraging the strong performance of the PC platform to bring players a more refined visual experience and a more smoother PC gaming experience. So they're not hindering anything with the PC stuff. Now, as I said here, I might be getting some CD keys or codes that might be giving priority access. They didn't really note to me too much there, but we'll have to see what they do actually distribute and if they do to me as well. If they do give anything, I will update you guys with an updated video, and you can also redeem that on the official website. I will make sure to include that down below. Last question here, they said, can it be played on Mac? To which they said the game currently only supports the Windows platform. So unfortunately, Mac users do take a bit of an L here, but hopefully they do bring that support eventually. And also, again, just to clarify here, they do go over that early access will not have any data wipes or restrictions on play. So any of the comparisons there with Tarkov wipes or anything like that, they're not going to have any of that stuff during early access. So you will be able to keep all of your stuff, at least for the early access period. We'll have to see what they do with 1.0 launch, or if there's any wipes there at all. Again, I will update you guys fully on that. Also, speaking of content creation, some giveaway stuff there. We had some of the bigger creators actually receiving a gift package or a gift box here. So I'll link down below if you want to watch this full video that Sura FPS breaks down. He does a little bit of an unboxing here for some of the goodies that he received. Some decent stuff there, and definitely jealous of that. Last up here, I do want to mention that I will keep you guys updated with some of the Gamescom stuff, especially with the 1.0 version things and what we're receiving there on all the updates. Overall, this is my first time covering Arena Breakout, and if you guys want me to cover more news around this game, please do let me know in the comments below. That should about cover for today's video. If you like and subscribe, and until the next one. Deuces!